Hi guys, this is Nini, aka Soulstardivinefeminine. Thank you so much for joining me today, or welcome to my channel. This is the first time you're seeing my face. My hair looks a bit cray-cray. But today we are doing an impromptu guided reading from Spirit. And today's reading is a love reading, which I know like 5 million of you have been waiting for me to do a love reading since the dawn of time. And finally, it is. So sorry for the wait, but it's going to be worth it. I know that you guys would have been guided and gravitated towards other people who would have done the love readings that you needed to hear at those certain times. But today I'm just going to show you the decks that I'm using. So, I can't wait. Native American deck. I'm pretty sure that's what it's actually called. I think it's actually called the Native American deck. When I talk about my fellow Navajo tribe and Lakota tribe, like I just say native because that's what we really are. We're just native. But I'm pretty sure this is called the Native American card deck. Unless someone told me that. Anyways, hopefully that's the right name. And as usual, the mood card deck, which is literally like one of my favorite decks that I use. Wow, thank you, Spirit. I use this all the time on my clients. My gosh. And then, oh, let's see if I remember this off by heart. Is it Psychic Tarot for the Heart? I think so. By John Holland. You guys will recognize that because like almost every YouTube tarot reader does that. And then the Atlantis Oracle card deck as well. There you go. Just to say quickly, yes, this is going to be a love reading for those who are in a type of separation. When I say a type of separation, Spirit's guided me that one, this reading is definitely needed right now at this time because I wasn't even planning on doing this. Two, that it's for the people that are not just physically in separation, but for the people who are also in long distance, who are emotionally distant from each other right now, or they're just mentally not on the same page. If you're feeling like there's some sort of distance between you and your loved one that you're guided to watch this video for, then this message is probably most likely for you. So with that being said, I'm going to meditate quickly on this deck and pull some cards from Spirit, and then we'll get back to it in 2 seconds. So guys, I've meditated and I am ready to get this reading started. So I have pulled, or Spirit pulled 4 cards each, but on the side for you guys, you ended up getting an extra 5th one because there's some big messages that Spirit wants you to really address so you can fully change your perception and get fully into alignment of where your path is now. So we're going to start off first with the person that's made you interested or guided to even watch this reading. So let's just call them person, your loved one. So the first card we have is, oh my gosh, that just went fly. So the first card we have is Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. Wow, that's powerful. Okay, this person's coming towards you. There's no shadow of a doubt with that. Wow, my third eye is pulsating. This person's coming towards you. I feel like I feel like almost like the chariot energy, like they're literally racing, like going in and out of like almost navigating or snaking their way through around all of these other obstacles or challenges that are in their path. They are fully coming forth to you. Sending so much love and light to them. They're fully coming forth to you. Basically, it's yeah, they've been doing this for a long time. You know that. And every single time they've gone deeper and deeper and deeper. And sometimes they've ran all the way back to their old programming and their old patterns and their old ways. And then they get back into more alignment, more focus on themselves and all the barriers that they've had within themselves and really breaking open their heart. Yes, blah, blah, blah. They've done all of that. They've been doing that for some time. But this 2020 energy, the Mercury retrograde that's going on right now with every other last bit that we've healed like 25 times that we thought we'd already healed. And it's like, why the hell are you still here? Girl, I chucked you out long time ago in peace and love. I don't need to heal this again. And it's still been coming up. This retrograde and the full moon energy is such a potent time. They have completely and utterly done a 360 internally. But even in their ego, in their mind, it's like they don't even recognize how much healing and progression they've done and how much of the false mask that they have literally broken apart. it's like the little lingering residual energy of their kind of egoic attachment to what once was. It really is a sense of like they're really saying goodbye to their old selves. Like they're really saying goodbye to their old selves. This is a whole new chapter. They're literally emerging forth as a completely different person than what you knew about some of the trauma that you've experienced, about some of the projections you've witnessed, even about your own reflections. It feels very final. That's how it feels. Oh, I love that. Wow, look at that card. It feels very final. It's like they know what they've done and what they've said, and they know what they need to do now. And they're no longer trying to sugarcoat some of the pain and trauma that they've gone through and that they've projected. It's like they're taking accountability in such a different way that it would actually surprise you. It's definitely surprising them, but it also, for them, it feels like it's like almost like it's overdue, like it's about time. Because I see a lot of them really trying to speak up, like in person on social media, about certain situations that they wouldn't normally feel like they were confident enough to share their voice on. And the way that they speak to even like some of the kind of left-brained, very, very logical family members of theirs, they're just saying exactly how they feel, and they're not really caring anymore about what anyone else's opinions are. Like, it's 2020, you haven't got time for that shit anymore. They just are truly being their authentic selves. They yeah, they're going to be talking to you in a very matter-of-fact way. Like, they know that for some of you guys, it is a lack of like the emotional vulnerability, but it's also that they never used to take full accountability for their actions before. They always used to kind of worm their way out or around it and try and always almost manipulate it to make it feel like it's your fault. And they're aware that they used to have that toxic trait in them, and they were never doing it consciously before. That's the thing. It's like it took them so long to even see this, because they just couldn't understand that this behavior was associated with them. But they've seen that. They've seen that right now. They've been divulging into that deep space for quite some time now, and it really does feel like they're going to be coming home to center, to where the heart is, to where you are, to where they are, to where they belong. That completely and utterly authentic, sacred space of, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, and it took me a hell of a long journey to get here, but finally I'm here. And all of that pain, all of that stagnation, all of that back and forth was actually genuinely worth it. This is the second heart, crystal temple. Home is where the heart is. Wow, my heart, I feel like I'm going to cry happy tears. I'm telling you, the light codes, the information, I feel like I'm going to faint. The light codes I'm getting from this reading is so freaking potent. Like, so many of you guys have been waiting for a freaking long time. Like, my gosh, you've been waiting for a long ass time, to the point where even the stuff I'm saying in this reading, you probably won't even feel like it could be possibly about you, because you've been waiting for so long. Like, people don't even understand your level of patience. You don't even understand your level of patience. It's just like, it's been so long, you can't even fathom the idea that this could be true, that it's happening now. But it is, for a large amount of you that I'm reading, this is happening now. And when I say this is happening now, I mean that kind of closeness, that rapport, that trust, that intimacy, that reciprocity from outside of yourself, from this other person, is actually happening now. It does feel like a lot of you are going to be, I say reuniting, but once again, emotionally, mentally, or potentially physically. It does feel like a lot of you guys are going to be having this experience at the end of this month in February 2020 and the first few weeks of March. It just feels like there's almost like a portal that's happening for like a 3-4 week period where so many of you are really both releasing from both sides of the coin. Any type of self-sabotage, toxicity, low vibrations, manipulations, toxic ties, family lineage, the whole 9 yards. Like, you've gone on this journey to get to this space, to completely break yourself open to this heart energy, this loving energy. This is this person fully coming online. They're fully coming online. They had such a huge issue with trust. Of course they had issues with control, just like you did, but their level of trust was very minimal. They only typically used to trust exactly what they could see, what they've been taught, what they've already known for like 10, 20 plus years. And when it came to trusting in like a higher power or their higher self or in their heart space, which you a lot of the time tended to be that one, boy oh boy was it hard to trust you fully, because trusting you meant that they had to trust their heart. And that was absolutely fucking terrifying for them for a long time. But now it's just like, it's just Bashert. It's meant to be. It's like they can't deny the connection, and they also can't deny themselves anymore. They have gone this whole road running away from themselves. That's why there's been this distance in these different ways, mentally, emotionally, physically. They've been running away from themselves for so long, but they're fully accepting who they've been, knowing that that was a character, that was programming, that was a lot of false light codes. Knowing that they just had to accept it for what it was, do this work, do this clearing so that they could reveal themselves. And you are part of that home. You are part of that loving heart space energy. It does feel like that sounded so weird. It does feel like you're gonna, okay, it does feel like for some of you guys, you're gonna end up going into business with this person. I mean, like a lot of creative freelance business, like YouTube, like NEENEESWORLD, subscribe to my vlog channel. But also, I just see a lot of artistic and creative things, like building your own like retreats together and seminars, events, healing sessions. I feel like this person, for a lot of you, has suppressed so much of their creativity, like music and I want to say like film editing or video editing, but then there's also a lot of sports, like just fun activities like that you've never thought about doing before, like skydiving. And then it's all the way down to like playing mini golf and then going on a nude beach afterwards. I mean, like a lot of stuff that they've suppressed is fully coming to the surface, and they want to share that with you. They want to share that with themselves, but they want you to also be there to share it with as well. Whew. I literally keep hearing that song from, oh my gosh, how does it go? I know it's not from Shrek, but I associate it with Shrek all the time. That song, I made it through the wilderness, somehow I made it through. Isn't it Madonna? Didn't know how lost I was until I found you. Yeah, anyways. I feel like I need to do your side of this first, and then we can get back to this person. So, whilst they were doing this, and that's one of the steps they've been taking, this is you guys. I really want to know if any of you guys are tapped into your psychic abilities. Can you actually physically see the light codes or sense them? Like if any of you guys are Reiki healers as well, my gosh, the light codes that are coming in are so potent in this reading. It's crazy. But I know it's a potent time. 2020 energy, Mercury retrograde, full moon energy. You guys are going into freelance and staying there forever. Literally, you guys are never going to be working an ordinary job again, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, for so many of you guys, you are not going to be working an ordinary 9 to 5 ever again. To the point where it's like you're going to be looking back in a year's time and be like, what? I can't believe I did that. Isn't that crazy that people are still enslaved in that way? And I used to be one of them. Honestly, it is, wow. You've still been holding yourself back to some degree. Why? Spirit is asking you why? Don't be holding on to certain things because it looks like you have to have that control or know exactly, or hold on, because if you don't, then nothing's going to work out. Everything's been coming into you in the best way. That's why you've had to let go of so much of this shit, because everything is working out best case scenario. Everything is working out best case scenario. Say that to yourself every day. Everything is working out best case scenario. Your soul, the universe, your guides, angels, whoever, Allah, God, whoever, has been pushing you to fully be you. You are your business. You are your abundance. You are your prosperity. You are your opportunities. You are literally exactly what you need. So many of you, oh man, so many of you are coming on fully. I feel like so many of you are having so many vivid dreams recently, and I feel like a lot of you guys have been having dreams about fear-based things, like suddenly seeing dreams or having dreams about people that you know and love dying or being sick. And it isn't because it's a vision, it's because it's your fear of that happening that has also subconsciously held you back from certain things that you've done. So many of you are now waking up to the fact that you're actually a medium. Now suddenly you're connecting with people that are dealing with missing cases, missing children, that you're dealing with seeing all these different types of worlds and being inside other people's bodies, seeing through their consciousness, not realizing that you're tapping into that source energy to see where they are, to help them. Not realizing that you're seeing people who have already passed on and you're connecting with their loved ones here in this physical world. No longer being afraid of yourself. Don't let this fear hold you back. So many of you are realizing that you're seers, that you can speak light language, literally. Your light language activations are coming on naturally without you even having to listen to light language. So many of you are actually Reiki masters, but you're needing to remind yourself of that. So many of you are supposed to be freelance online teachers, as well as helping and building other schools in other parts of the world, and not just typically staying in that one school 9 to 5 every day. So many of you are painters and decorators, and you're supposed to be going and creating all your own projects, building those tiny houses, doing all the stuff that people think are freaking crazy. You are your business. You are your abundance. Put in that creative energy into yourself and it will continue to create that abundance. So many of you are not supposed to be just trapped in one place, one system, one time. That's not who you are. What is that song that just came in my mind? Shakira, there's a she-wolf in the closet. Open up and set her free. That's literally what you're needing to do. This person is connecting to you even deeper in this way. They're coming full, like full throttle this time. No more holding back. But you have to fully be in your power this time. You can't be stagnant because of them. You can't be stagnant because you're giving to them, you're waiting for them, you're wondering what they do. You can't. You have to be fully you now. Like, it really is. You've held yourself back for so many reasons, and then this became your excuse. This became your excuse. You can't use this person as your excuse anymore. You can't hide behind them anymore. The world is ready for you. The world is ready for you. You need to be seen and be heard every freaking day. Sorry, I'm just getting so passionate, but damn! Oh my gosh, you guys need to be seen and be heard every fucking day. Seriously. Whew! Okay. Justice. The truth will prevail in the end. Okay. Okay, so yeah, similar to what I was saying about some of you guys are going to be definitely using your career for justice because, once again, connecting with missing children, helping other people who have overcome certain things that you've already gone through. A lot of you guys are going to be writing books and doing healing sessions and seminars and events. Like I said, a lot of you are going to be doing this with your partner. And yes, they are your partner. Even if it don't look like it right now, they are. But when it comes to this person, so I'm seeing that basically you... Okay, so it was much easier for you to see most of their stuff that they needed to do. Some of you would have seen all of it. Some of you would have known all of it. Some of you would have been the one that was trying to help this whole time, and sometimes it got thrown back in your face and you had to deal with the human consequences of the projections of that trauma. Even though you recognized it, even though you knew it, it still hurt the fuck out of you. It still hurt you. And then that almost became like a cycle. For some of you it did. And you've had to try and take your power back a lot more while still feeling this ridiculously strong connection. Now, during this time, you ended up getting blinded by this projection of trauma and blinded by your own hurt from this person, to the point where you are no longer always seeing yourself clearly. You are no longer seeing your own analysis, your own reflection as clear as it actually is, and the lessons that you still had to learn about you. That is where this justice is coming in. Everything is balancing out in the best way it can do now. It has been very, very up and down. I mean, literally like the stock market for quite some time. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Seriously. But with this person here, you're now seeing so much more of yourself in a different way. You were still learning lessons, growing, breaking through your own barriers when you were only consciously thinking, this is them, 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 this is their shit, this is their projections, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And to a certain extent, it was true. But there's always more to the story. There was so much about you that you were still hiding from, that you were still running away from, that you were still being stagnant, putting certain things on the back burner. Yeah, I'm going to do my yoga course. I'm going to become a yoga teacher. Okay, I'm teaching in Bali. This is great. This is great. But I'm also being guided that I need to go and help children. And I'm also being guided that I should start singing and playing guitar. But no, do you know what? I'm just going to stay here because I've done this now. And yeah, I just want to stay here. And a lot of you guys have done that. And that hasn't really been you fully stepping into your power. That's been you maybe stepping in 10%, 20%, and then just being like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to stay here and just like, I'm comfortable here. I'm free here. I'm free here. I'm free here. But I'm just going to hide myself from the rest of the world and because, yeah, I can just stay here and this is fine. No. It's just not. You need to fully be you. The truth about yourself is being revealed in so many other ways. Your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities, your healing abilities, everything is coming online. Your DNA activations, you're getting upgraded so much whilst you sleep. The truth of who you've been in these situations with this partner is being revealed to you in a different light now. The pain is subsiding. It's releasing the fear. You can no longer hide. Yes, you were the one to be activated first. Yes, you were the one to step in first. Yes, you were the one to be more aware first. But there are always lessons. Always. And this is balancing out in the best way for both of you right now. You're going to be connecting more with your truth while they are too. So that when you guys fully realign, reunite mentally, emotionally, and physically. Because some of you guys are still physically together, but emotionally, mentally. So when you guys fully come back, this will be honoring yourselves, this love, this connection, this divine essence, so that you can both do what it is you really need to do for your purpose, for the collective, whilst you're both in your power. Now, going back to your partner. And yeah, I'm going to call them your partner this whole reading, because this doesn't just feel like someone who's just in separation and they're not going to see each other again. Nah, this is your mate. Like, this is you. That's why I'm getting some intense light codes. Forgiveness, we all make mistakes. Like, this is for your partner. Wow. Okay, it goes without saying, forgiveness is for yourself and no one else. But yeah, your partner, wow, it's taken them a long freaking time to forgive themselves for even the smallest, like, egotistical things. I mean, it's taken them a long time. In your world, in your perception, in your time frame, it's taken them a long time to accept, understand, and forgive. For a long time, they didn't see that there was a need for forgiveness for themselves, because they just thought, like, if this person really feels like this way, or if I'm just not good enough. They just felt like it was just, you know, the reason to separate mentally, emotionally, physically. But because of all the reflections they've been doing, all the analysis, been changing their perception around about so many things, they not only forgive themselves now for so much of the stuff they've inflicted, which took a very, very large amount of strength from them, but they also forgive the situation, and they forgive you as well, because they know that they've projected so much onto you. And you were, let's just say, some of you were a lot more balanced before this person started projecting a lot of their stuff. But as soon as they did, they saw how much it triggered you and other parts of you that you didn't realize you still had in you. And then you would start projecting stuff onto them as well, because it was instigated from the trauma. But regardless of who it was started by, you both projected your shit onto each other, regardless of who started what when. Because holding on to, oh, but you did this and then this made me, and then that's just some high school shit. That you guys are way too freaking grown to be doing that shit, to be holding on to that shit. So they've definitely taken accountability for everything that they've done, the whole role that they were playing. And some of the stuff that you've said and done has really hurt them as well. So they've forgiven you, and they've really forgiven themselves. And they really want to take actions only from their heart space from now on, even though they feel still uncomfortable. And they still do go back and forth in their mind of just like reassessing, is this really what my heart wants, or is this just like what my ego thinks it can get? But they're still doing it. They're still taking those action steps from their heart. They're hoping that you can forgive them for everything that has happened, and really, really choose the choice to forgive and release any pains and any burdens that you may still have about them or about yourself, because it doesn't serve you anymore, and it doesn't serve them anymore. And they're hoping that you can actually choose the choice to not just understand, but understand. And then you can both move forward. Whereas on your side, This is when I said Spirit told me 2 different cards. The first card that came out was the relief card, but the second card that came out was the hate card. And that's what some of you guys have still been clearing out. This residual resentment, this hate. Yeah. Some of you guys have still been clearing out this hate. No wonder why it came out as well. Forgiveness, hate, relief. It's some of you guys that have been, like I said earlier in the reading, like almost clinging on to, but this is what happened and this happened in this way, and I did all of this and you did this and you did this and you did this, and then so then it made me feel like this and that. And it's like really seeing it from an outsider's perspective. You've both played these roles, you've both hurt each other in multiple ways. Yes, you were definitely much more the more aware one at a certain point to a certain time. But as I just said, then you started getting blinded by a lot of the hate and not really being aware of yourself and your own projections. Because if someone's being horrible to you or projecting any fear or trauma or control, if you're fully good within, it won't affect you. If you are fully good within, it won't affect you. It won't fuck up your shit inside. You'll only see it from an observational space, just like your higher self. Your higher self don't have no emotions. They see everything from an observational space, from a higher perspective. They understand the ego illusion of these emotions and these everything. They understand all of that. They'll comfort you in your time of need, but they see everything and feel everything from an observational space because they're fully good and in their power within. You are fully good and in your power within, in that realm, in that space, in that consciousness. So for some of you, you have had this struggle of really having to clear out any last parts of resentment and hatred that you've had towards yourself, because it really has been towards yourself for being in some of these situations. For some of you, this person triggered so much in you that just reflected stuff that you'd already dealt with before. But rather than actually addressing that fully within, it was much easier for you to just blame. So I see that some of you are still clearing this out as this Mercury retrograde is going on. I mean, like some real deep, heavy shit, like things that you thought you forgave them for and released and let go of like 2-3 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago. And then it comes up and it infuriates you to the point where you're like, I don't even know how to act or how to speak to this person right now because, oh my gosh, I'm so, like, you want to blow up. It's coming out because it doesn't serve you. It's coming out because it was so deeply embedded in your subconscious that you didn't even realize it was still affecting you and your decisions, your perception, blocking other abundant things to come in. You have to be fully in love here, open, for you to really attract amazing, abundant things. So some of you are really clearing this out right now. But you're getting into this space of relief. What does it say? Phew, I can breathe again. Relief. Yes, you freaking can. For some of you guys, you won't be feeling this relief for another 2 to 3 weeks. Let me see. Yes, a complete and utter release. I feel like some of you guys are going to end up going to almost like a not just an aromatherapy room, but like a crystal, I want to say like a crystal cave or something, because I just see you going into a room. It's completely surrounded by crystals like rose quartz, clear quartz, selenite, amethyst, tiger's eye. Oh, I feel like some of you guys are going to almost go to like a salt bath or a salt room or something, and you're taking a lot of spiritual baths as well. You're just doing everything in your power to really release this as well, because you're aware it's coming up. It's aggravating the hell out of you. But Spirit's telling me to remind you that this isn't how you feel right now. This isn't how you truly feel right now. This is how this part of you that wasn't fully released feels being trapped underneath the surface. And it's coming up for its last 15 minutes of fame, maybe 25 minutes of fame, maybe a whole 2 weeks of fame. It's coming up to be seen, be heard, be loved, be addressed by you. Because you are fully releasing anything that no longer serves you, low vibrational energies. And I feel like so many of you have done such heavy clearing in the last couple of weeks and are still continuing to do so, not just for this lifetime, but for so many of your toxicity in your family lineage. Very much that toxic mindset that you're depulugging. You're literally taking the plug from the matrix and you're literally yanking all of the plugs out. Like Neo in the Matrix, in the first one, when he realizes he's in the Matrix and he's in what I can only describe as like that pod where all of the plugs start coming out of him, and then he gets picked up by the machines and goes through a tunnel of all this goo, and he gets fully rebirthed and goes onto the ship to see Morpheus and Trinity, and he passes out. And then he's there for months, and he opens his eyes and they have all the needles in him, and he opens his eyes and he says to Morpheus, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And Morpheus says, "Because you've never used them before." This is what's happening. You are getting a whole freaking complete shift in your mind, in your perception, in your energy fields. You are literally releasing and opening up so many of your blocked energy centers, so you can truly be who you need to be for your soul's happiness and your soul's purpose. Now, going back to your partner, I have to do this quickly before it gets too dark. Listen to the song in my heart. Wow. I just love this picture. This energy is like, damn. Yeah, they are they're definitely getting a lot more clairaudient, I have to just say, because this is why I'm saying this is such a huge, deep, divine connection that you guys have. I don't know if you guys can see, oh my gosh, what's her name? Oh, okay, Mother Crone. I just saw Mother Crone just standing there next to me because of all of the wisdom that you guys have. Oh, wait, Mother Crone's on this freaking card as well. Mother Crone, all of this wisdom that you both have literally learned, acquired. So once again, if you guys who can see visually, psychically, let me know if you just saw the birds or Mother Crone standing next to me. Yeah, you guys are, oh my gosh, this person, yeah, they're definitely getting a lot more clairaudient. They're becoming a lot more sensitive to energies, not just because of this breaking open and this release, but also because it's also happening in divine timing. It's like every time you take 2 or 3 steps forward, they'll take 2 or 3 steps forward. And sometimes, like I said before, it will look like they're going back and you'll think that you're going forward, but actually there's parts of you that are still, it feels very much yin yang, honestly, it really does. They feel like they haven't fully ever truly listened to you in the way that they needed to. And they've never fully listened to themselves. They only ever used to listen to that fear. And that fear, that voice in their head, used to be the only voice they would hear. So then when you would come with like this love or this consciousness or manifesting or all of these feminine energy type of experiences, whew, they weren't balanced in their energy either. But they would see that and they would just like either run and hide or attack. And even though sometimes they would actually feel like they're listening to you, but they would never really hear you. Because I feel like some of you guys used to have arguments where it's like, I said this for the last 20 minutes and you haven't listened to a freaking word because you asked me this. And it's like, in their mind, they used to think they were listening. but they would just pick out a few different words and then like string them together and create a whole new story. This time they're really learning that in order to be a good teacher themselves to themselves, they really have to also learn. They have to be the student and the teacher at the same time, whereas they only used to play one role. So they're figuring out how they can come about to you in a different way, a different manner, and almost like they want to rebuild this trust, because I feel like a lot of you guys have had your trust broken heavily. It doesn't feel like all of you have discussed it, but the trust has been broken, or it's just very, very weak right now because of all of these changes that have been going on. They're aware that they have to consistently wake up and readjust, realign back into their heart space, so they don't just fall back onto the usual protocols of the matrix, of their old systems, of their old patterns, because it's so easy for them to just grab them straight back in. But they're also aware that they're needing to not just listen to you a lot more and actually take it on board, but also support you in listening to your true self as well. Like recognizing when you are talking or taking actions out of your own trauma or fear. They're really trying to be much more aware of recognizing this in themselves and you. And for you, we have believe and succeed. Wow, that's potent. Damn. Okay, this is definitely heavily connected to how you are your own abundance, you are your own prosperity, you are your own lifeline. Literally, you. I feel like I'm doing my ASMR videos. You. Anyways. Believe and succeed in yourself, bitch. Damn, come on. This is your time. Come on. Do it for yourself. Do it for the collective. Do it for everyone that's come before you. Do it for the inner child inside you. Do it for the teenage version of you that's still there, suffering, waiting to be seen and heard and looked at and appreciated. Like, do it for yourself. Damn. You can trust in this connection. I know, logically, you'll think this woman's batshit crazy. She's talking shit. Why is she telling me to do this thing? I should know better. I should have done this a long time ago. Blah, 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 blah. I know. Logically, yes, I know. But look at the journey you've gone on. Isn't that telling you something? No, you're not a freaking idiot. No, you aren't an idiot. No. You were supposed to be on this journey. You are on this journey for such a divine purpose. Yes, so many things have hurt. I mean, freaking ripped out your heart, stomped on it, set it on fire, put it back in your heart and did it like 25 times. And you've had to learn how to be yourself. And you've had to learn to still continue being yourself. And you've had to learn to, oh my gosh, build your own strength, love yourself in ways that you never thought you had to. You never thought that you had to, but you did. You do. You can trust in this connection. But this is also about you trusting fully in your own abilities, especially in these changing times. Trusting in your talents, the talents that are waking up, that are showing you, hey, guess what? Did you remember that you could do this? You didn't remember? Well, let's just show you. Take this risk. Take this opportunity. Buy that plane ticket. You do not need a fancy bougie ass Airbnb or nice accommodation. Take your freaking tent with you. Take a camping bag. Go and stay in a freaking hostel. You've never done it before. You have to take this risk for yourself. All of them. Trust that you will always land on your own 2 feet. You can do this. You have to trust in your challenges. You have to trust in your challenges. By trusting in your challenges, you know that you're going through this experience to help you, to grow you, to elevate you, to expand you, so more of the true you can emerge. Trust in yourself and trust in your talents in all of these changing times. Trust in this connection, trust in your heart. So many of you are just holding back yourselves, you're holding back your talents still. As I said, you found one or two things, like maybe you're teaching yoga, maybe you moved to one country. But now your soul is showing you, you need to also do this, this, and this. This is what I need to do, I need to do. And you're just like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. No, your soul ain't good. Your inner child ain't good, fam. Like, seriously. You can do this. Your partner, regardless of anything they may be projecting on you right now 3D wise, they are showing you that you need to go within. You need to listen to yourself. You will always succeed in who you are. That is why you're here. That's why you're here. If any of you guys are on the fence about taking a certain opportunity, flying off a certain place, putting yourself out there on a YouTube video, whatever it is, fucking do it. You could literally die tomorrow. You might not even get till tomorrow. If the world should end tomorrow and we only had today, I want to love you in every kind of way. And I know that's a love song, but put it to yourself. Your soul is saying that to you. What can I do today to make my life feel so fulfilled and happy in this moment, regardless of all the fuckery that's around me, if there is any, so that if I were to die today, I could actually die with a smile on my face, because you know what? I've made today a fucking great day for myself. Whether it's you had a spiritual bath, you did yoga, you sang some songs, you ate your favorite food, I don't know, maybe you masturbated to one of your favorite scenes of Sex and the City because Mr. Big turns you on. I don't know. Whatever it is that resonates with you, literally do it. Do it. And so it is. Spirit of me are just laughing like, damn. I'm telling you, mediums, seers, psychics, healers, artists, entrepreneurs, freelance, creative, limitless beings that you are. It is your time. It is. I love you guys so much. And I hope that these messages really just like got into your heart space and got into your soul to just wake you up to who you are more. I hope this triggered any of you that need to be triggered so you can release anything that's been holding you back. And thank you guys so much for being here with me on my crazy ass journey. And I just uploaded an Amy Winehouse channeled messages video. I'm so connected to her soul. She's been with me for a while. And I did a channeled messages that I just uploaded, and I also uploaded a singing a compilation of songs that I did for an audition that I just felt like, yeah, do you know what? I want to share this with them so they can see that I'm pushing myself out my comfort zone, even if I don't think I'm the best singer in the world. It's something I love. It's something I'm passionate about. It's something my soul is just like, I just love it. And I'm just like, share my world. Don't you leave. And I feel like I'm singing that to myself. Like, I am finally sharing my world with me. But apart from that, yep, I've got a letting go ritual, which gets really freaking deep. I mean, like, I don't think you guys have seen me this vulnerable on this channel for probably over a year. Like, it gets deep. I talk about openly about stuff that's been going on with me and Nick and me, and projections, and the stuff I really had to release. So I'm editing that because I'm going to try and make it as real as possible. I mean, like, I want to do the voiceover and make it like kind of narrate it so I can take you guys on a journey, because I filmed it impromptu. I was filming a day in the life of a tarot reader, which is what I started vlogging, and then it turned into this letting go ritual, and I needed to really release this shit. So That's coming soon. Apart from that, I've got a pick a card reading, which is also coming soon. I have some serious internet issues, and since the storm happened in the UK, the internet's just got even worse. And even when I go to cafes and stuff like that, it hasn't been that great. So, yep. I've got a lot more videos coming for you guys, and I feel like I should do another light language transmission to help you guys activate some more dormant DNA that may be just kind of a bit almost stuck, that's trying to be released right now. But for some of you guys, your fear is blocking so much that even though so much is being released at this time, this will just be an extra benefit to just help you, like, okay, I took that bit out of my arm, like, it's now released, and now, oh, my Reiki's come online. So I feel like I should do that for the collective. Let me know any of your requests down below. Don't forget, I do take video requests. And as I said, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. Remember, you can literally have everything you want simultaneously at the same time. You can absolutely have it all. As Regan Hellier always says, you can have it all, literally. Do not limit yourself. This is your life. This is your experience. This is your purpose coming into fruition. I love you guys so much. Bye.